Good afternoon. I am Kate Radowski, President of Texas A&M University Corpus Christi chapter of the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. At this time, I would like to introduce the stage party. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. First, we have our speaker for today, Ms. Margaret Decken. We have Dr. David Scott, Dean, College of Education and Human Development, Dr. Diana Sipes, Associate Dean, College of Liberal Arts, Dr. Bunny Forgione, Executive Associate Dean, College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Dr. Barbara Zerbinski, Associate Dean and Professor, College of Science and Engineering. And in addition, we have our TAMU CC Phi Kappa Phi chapter officers with us tonight. Dr. Karen McCaleb, Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Chapter Past President. Dr. Steve Seidel, Professor, College of Liberal Arts and Chapter President-elect. Ms. Letitia Bazan, Director, Recruitment and Public Relations. Ms. Alexandra Janey, Graduate Student Vice President. Ms. Jacqueline Mallman, Vice President for Finance and Administration and Chapter Treasurer. Dr. Adrian Platt, Assistant Professor, College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and Chapter Vice President for Chapter Recognition. Dr. Barbara Zerbinski, again, Associate Dean and Professor, College of Science and Engineering, and Vice President for Scholarships and Awards. I would also like to recognize Ms. Jennifer Anderson. She could not be here tonight, but she is a faculty librarian who also serves as our Chapter Vice President for Membership and who many of you had the chance to communicate with. I would also like to acknowledge our wonderful pianist, Dr. Dino Mulich. Please give him a round of applause. Members of the stage party, 2022 initiates and guests, on behalf of Dr. Kelly Miller, President and CEO of Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, I welcome you to our lovely campus and thank you for taking the time to be with us today to celebrate this auspicious occasion with TAMU CC, the induction of our students and faculty, graduate students, seniors, and juniors into the prestigious Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society. Current members of the society and this year's initiatives, you are to be commended for your exemplary scholarship and attributes that warrant your induction into Phi Kappa Phi. Your commitment to excellence, your passion for learning, and your academic achievements are what make Texas A&M University Corpus Christi a great place to work and graduate from. Today, we celebrate excellence. We gather the initiate-worthy individuals into the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. You have been chosen on the basis of your superior scholarship. We are pleased and proud that each of you has chosen to become part of a century-old community of scholars and professionals that include individuals who have distinguished themselves in positions of leadership and whose careers have been characterized by achievement. Our members have served in the White House, the Congress, and the Supreme Court of the United States. They have won Nobel Prizes, Pulitzer Prizes, and numerous other national and international awards for service and achievement in their chosen field. Phi Kappa Phi is proud to include among its members thousands of women and men who, for more than a century, have sought to make a difference in the communities where they live and work. The Society's values are conveyed in its motto, "Let the love of learning rule humanity." Our mission also states clearly who we are and what we do, to recognize and promote academic excellence in all fields of higher education and to engage the community of scholarship and service to others. Phi Kappa Phi standards are unsurpassed and second to none. We seek to reward excellence wherever it can be identified in any institution that has a chapter of the society. By virtue of its interdisciplinary nature, Phi Kappa Phi elects its membership from all academic fields within a university. The bylaws of the TAMU CC chapter of Phi Kappa Phi, operating within the framework of the Society's bylaws, specify certain conditions to be observed in electing persons to membership. These conditions are summarized as follows. Senior undergraduates shall be in the top 10% of their class in each program. Juniors are drawn from the upper 7.5% of their program. Eligible graduate and professional students must have completed 1 full year of study and be in the upper 10% of all candidates for graduate or professional degrees. Faculty, administrators, professionals, staff, and alumni who have achieved scholarship distinction also qualify for membership. It is fitting that candidates about to be initiated into Phi Kappa Phi know certain facts about the society. In 1897, Marcus Uren, a student at what is now the University of Maine, proposed to his professor an honor society built upon a broad base and with wider purpose than any in existence at that time. At the request of college president Abram Harris, Uren drafted a constitution and a set of bylaws for such an organization. He and Harris, assisted by interested professors, succeeded in organizing the Lambda Sigma Eta Society, an academic honor society open to superior students regardless of academic discipline. 10 students were elected to membership that first year. After Uren's graduation, President Harris assumed the responsibility for promoting the society. In 1900, with strong support from the presidents of the University of Maine, what is now Pennsylvania State University, and the University of Tennessee, the society became a national organization. In the same year, the society was renamed Phi Kappa Phi from the initials for 3 Greek words of its adopted motto. Today, there are more than 300 chapters of Phi Kappa Phi, ranging from Maine to the Philippines and from Alaska to Puerto Rico. Dr. Steve Seidel, chapter president-elect, will now explain the symbolism associated with Phi Kappa Phi.
Before I get started, we're going to be talking about this right here. Okay, the badge of the society is a globe against the background of the sun, whose rays form an expansive corona and radiate in a number of symmetrical and equal concentrations from behind the globe. These signify equivalence among the various branches of learning and represent dissemination of truth as a light. Okay, encircling the globe is a band containing the Greek letters Phi Kappa Phi. It symbolizes a fraternal bond which girds the earth and binds the lovers of wisdom in a common purpose. The seal of the society features the badge at its center. The badge is surrounded by a crenellated line that represents the battlements and walls of the ancient Greek city of Troy. In the space between this line and the periphery of the seal appears 3 stars just above the badge. One for each of the 3 original chapters. Below the badge is the phrase, founded in 1897. The ribbon of the society is a meander pattern that is common in ancient Greek art and symbolizes the classical features of the society. The first word of the Phi Kappa Phi motto is philosophia. For historical reasons, the society translates this Greek word as the love of learning. The second word of the motto is kriteto, okay, a verb meaning to rule. In our motto, the word has the form of a strong exhortation that calls on us to let the love of learning rule. The last word of the motto is photon. This word occurs in ancient Greek poetry and drama with reference to mortals, in contrast to immortal gods. In our motto, it refers to all humans, women and men, so we translate it as the word humanity. Thus, in saying the Phi Kappa Phi motto, philosophia, kriteto, photon, you are calling on yourself and others to have your lives ruled by the love of learning. At this time, I would like to acknowledge all current members of Phi Kappa Phi. Will you please stand and be recognized? Okay. Thank you for being with us today, and you may be seated. Dr. Karen McCaleb will now introduce our speaker.
I have the distinct privilege of introducing our guest speaker this evening. Ms. Margaret Decant, as you will soon learn, is a dedicated, compassionate, and engaged leader for our university and our community. Margaret Decant is the Associate Vice President for School and Community Relations at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, where she has dedicated more than 35 years of her life to ensuring every student gets the best education that this university can provide. Margaret has held several key positions during her tenure at the university, focusing on serving all students. Margaret began her career at the university in 1987 at a then Corpus Christi State University. Her first job was in the Financial Assistance Office as a scholarship and work-study advisor, a position she held for a year. During that time, Margaret's passion for assisting students only intensified, and she was then asked to become an admission counselor and recruiter, counseling prospective students. Soon thereafter, she was promoted to Director of Admissions, a position she held during two pivotal moments in the university's history, including the university's name change in 1993 to Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, and the university's transition from an upper-level university to a four-year university in 1994. One of the proudest moments in her career was the admittance and ushering in of the first freshman class of 404 students in 1994. It was also during that time period where, together with the admissions staff, she developed and created the first Island Day ever to be held on campus. Today, the university holds Island Days for prospective students throughout the year and has been doing so for almost 30 years. Margaret's role as Director of Admissions grew as she was later promoted once again to Director of Admissions and University Registrar in 1999. In 2006, she became the first Hispanic female to hold the position of Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management, a position she held for 12 years in a building she called home for over 32 years. During her time in that position, she grew the university's enrollment to over 12,200 students. In November 2018, Margaret continued her streak of firsts and was promoted to Associate Vice President for School and Community Relations. Not only is she the first Hispanic female to hold that position, but she is the first person ever to hold this position at our university. Margaret has a Bachelor of Arts degree with honors from the University of Texas at Austin and a master's degree in business administration from Corpus Christi State University, which is now TAMU-CC. She has served as president for the following organizations, including the Texas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers, the South Texas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admission Officers, and the Nueces County Together Board. She served as chair of the Applied Texas Advisory Board with the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, and was also a member and chair of many other educational and community boards and organizations, both locally and statewide. Currently, she serves on the Education to Employment Board and the Franklin Lindsay Student Aid Fund Board. Margaret was also honored to receive the Why Women in Careers Award in 2005 and the Student Engagement and Success Rising Tide Award for Service Excellence in 2021. Margaret is a proud fifth-generation Corpus Christian. Margaret has dedicated her life, making it her life's mission to serve all students. I am so honored to introduce tonight Miss Margaret Decant.
Thank you so much, Dean McCaleb. Good evening, distinguished platform party members, outstanding Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society inductees, family, and friends. This is truly a great day. I am humbled and sincerely honored to be with you this evening to celebrate your induction into the Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society on this, the Phi Kappa Phi's 125th anniversary. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You each represent the best of the best at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Your academic achievements and your service to others are of the highest caliber, and that is why you are being honored this evening. You and your families have so much to be proud of. Your love of learning, your hard work, and perseverance have earned you this distinguished lifelong honor. I am so humbled and proud to share this evening with you, as I am also being inducted into this esteemed honor society, and I thank the Phi Kappa Phi Board for this great honor. When I was asked to present a few remarks about what this honor and the people who receive it stand for, I thought about the many life experiences I've encountered and endured that have helped me throughout my life and career. My first thought was of a young girl who grew up idolizing her mother. The young girl's mother had a plan in life to be a devoted wife and mother. But without notice, this mother became both mother and father to her children. You see, the young girl's father passed away unexpectedly at the age of 39 years old, leaving her mother with 3 very young children to raise on her own. The youngest child, that young girl, being only 1 year old. This young child studied, admired, and was captivated by her mother's strength, brilliance, perseverance, and her incredible ability to keep moving forward even during the worst of times and darkest of days. This child learned that a young mother could take on a business her husband started, even though that business was not inclusive of women. This woman, although consumed with grief by the sudden passing of her husband, became a rancher, one of only a few female ranchers during that time, who was always dressed beautifully, and I do mean in a dress, like a consummate lady of her time. This mother always held her head high and was oftentimes tasked with making difficult decisions, quite often and successfully going against what was expected, solidifying her place amongst the ranchers of her time. This mother also chose to serve others while passionately running her ranching business. First and foremost, she served her family with profound love, dedication, and devotion, especially making sure she never skipped a beat when it came to raising her children. She served her community and church, always going above and beyond to help others. Because of her many life experiences in her business, she made it a point to instill in her children to respect others, to respect themselves always, to be kind, understanding, compassionate, and honest. This mother would once again be hit with another devastating event in her life, the greatest one of all. She lost her oldest child, her only son, to cancer. With an almost unbearable broken heart and a grief that no parent should ever have to endure in their lifetime, this mother moved her family forward with the deepest of love and strength. Years later, the young girl who was raised by this wonderful woman became an adult and sat back reflecting on this great and cherished mother's life. She realized that her mother taught her that you can be the best in the business or your chosen career if you put your heart and soul into it, if you work harder than others and never give up, even when times get tough or others might seem against you. She taught that little girl that things may not always turn out the way we want them to, as they did in this mother's life, but when life throws you a curveball, you can choose to either avoid it or hit it out of the ballpark. In case it wasn't obvious, I am that young girl who until this day will always and forever admire her mother, Mamie Galvano Oliveda, beyond words. In the worst of times, my mother stood strong with her amazing elegance. She persevered, she dreamt big, and she was a leader during a time when the odds were against her. The greatest lesson I learned from my mom is that education and learning is the key to a successful future. She told me, education will open many doors. They will provide greater opportunities in your life. My mom shared with my siblings and I what her father, my grandfather, Rafael Galvan Sr., a civil rights leader, a co-founder of the League of United Latin American Citizens, and a pioneer of Corpus Christi, shared with her. That your education is something that is yours forever and can never be taken away from you. So it was only fitting for me to pursue a career in higher education so that I could follow my passion of serving others dedicated towards receiving their education. I have worked full-time at Texas A&M University Corpus Christi for 35 years, almost half my life, and they have been some of the best years of my life. I'm forever grateful for the wonderful opportunities and amazing people I have encountered along the way. Today, I am only one of a handful of individuals at the university who has experienced 35 or more years of history on this campus. I served as the director of admissions at our university when it was called Corpus Christi State University, when we were serving juniors, seniors, and graduate students. I served as the director of admissions during the pivotal time in our university's history when we became part of the Texas A&M system and when our name was changed to Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. I have had the extraordinary and once-in-a-lifetime honor of being the director of admissions when we ushered in our first freshman class of 404 students in 1994. These were historical and exhilarating times on our campus, and there was more to come as I worked hard to help take our enrollment at the university to the next level. It was my privilege to serve as the Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management for over 12 years, where during this time period we reached enrollment gains that are a record today. I now serve as the Associate Vice President for School and Community Relations, which has afforded me the opportunity to work with our local and surrounding school districts, numerous community organizations, both locally and in the state of Texas, advocating for our students. For me, my career has been magical because I made the most of every single challenge that came my way, always trying my best to walk in the footsteps of my mother, who worked tirelessly to be the best and give my siblings and I the best education possible. We all have that special someone who has inspired us to dream big, be all that we can be, and shoot for the stars. Mine happens to be my mother, but these tremendous influences come in all shapes and sizes, colors, creeds, and it's our job to listen to them, to heed their advice, so that we too can become better realized versions of ourselves. And although my mother told me to dream big, I had a moment when I thought twice about that ideal, as I was once told that I was a dreamer, as if that wasn't a good thing. Well, they might as well have said dream on, and while I love the Aerosmith song Dream On, the more I thought about this comment, the more I thought about the opportunity behind these words. And I thought more and more about what my mother would have thought in that moment. She definitely would have said to me, "Don't just dream, dream big." And like my mom, I too continue to dream big. I stand here today to tell you that being a dreamer is a great thing, because a dreamer is a person who has vision to do big things and to not just settle for the very minimum or the status quo. I share this with you only to say that with dedication, hard work, and dreams, you can achieve whatever you set your sights on. Never, ever give up. We have this one life. We are given opportunities to achieve our dreams. If we do not recognize these opportunities at the moment, we certainly soon do. They are everywhere around us. Open your minds, seize the moment, recognize these opportunities. They are there for you. Take advantage of these opportunities, have courage, and be not afraid. Remember, there are no challenges and there are no obstacles you can't overcome, as long as you see those hardships as they are. Great opportunities to make it better. I also am a firm believer that the word no is just not acceptable. Don't take no for an answer. This young man, who I know very well and who was attending a university, applied to be a fellow in a prestigious program. His academic record in broadcast journalism was outstanding. He was editor of a student newspaper and highly moted in other university activities. He interviewed for the fellowship and heard back that although he had outstanding credentials, he had not been selected to participate in the program. I suggested to him that the department had made a mistake and that he should consider making an appointment to speak to the dean and to the department chair. At first he hesitated, so I gently indicated to him that if he did not at least try to meet with these individuals, he would always wonder if he should have and if that might have made a difference. He did end up meeting with the department chair and was able to share his academic background and experience. It was very soon after that meeting that he was contacted by the department to participate in the fellowship. They even told him they were happy he had met with them. That young man is my son, and today he is a 3-time Emmy Award-winning journalist. So I stand here before you to say they clearly made a mistake. And finally, like my mom would say, serve others. I stand here before you again this evening to share that we are here on this earth to serve others. You know when it is time to serve. Embrace that time. Be kind, compassionate, and serve. This will make a big difference in your life. Try it. It is the best medicine for healing in this world. In the end, these past 35 years have proved both wonderful and challenging, but I chose to take a page from my mother's book and face the challenges that came my way head on, because I chose to see them as an opportunity to do greater things here at the university. Not only for this university, but especially for our students. It has been an honor serving our students. Truly, it has been one of my greatest passions on this earth. I equate this investment in our students to hitting the lotto several times over, because that is truly the excitement I feel knowing our students are receiving the best education that they deserve. If you don't remember anything else about what I have shared this evening, I hope you take away that whatever your chosen career might be, that as long as you work hard, put your heart into it, dream big, look ahead, even in the worst of times, seize the moment of every opportunity you can, and never, ever take no for an answer, you will be a success and you will have a full life. Remember to be kind, loving, and compassionate and honest in all that you do. And just like the Phi Kappa Phi motto states, let the love of learning rule humanity. Continue to embrace and foster your love of learning, and let this motto continue to burn a flame in you to never stop learning. I would like to take this opportunity now to extend a special and loving thank you from the bottom of my heart to my husband of 35 years, Larry Deckant, my children, and my grandson for their unending devotion, love, and support always. I wish each and every one of you the greatest of happiness and success in all your future endeavors. And always remember, be true to yourself, respect yourself and others, dream big, for you are an Islander forever. Congratulations once again, and best wishes always from all of us here at the Island University. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret, for your heartfelt words, and thank you for sharing such lovely stories about your family. It's inspirational when you hear about those personal stories. Thank you. As initiates, you will receive a certificate of membership as well as an emblem in the form of a pin and a medallion to wear with your regalia at commencement and all university-sanctioned events. Each of you will receive a subscription to the Society's publication, the Phi Kappa Phi Forum magazine, along with access to a variety of benefits and services designed to assist you throughout the academic and professional life. And as a Society member, you will be eligible to compete for numerous scholarships and awards valued collectively at over $1 million each biennium. Once initiated into the Society, each of you will always be a member of Phi Kappa Phi. To be classified as an active member and to continue to receive benefits, you will need to pay national dues annually. You are urged to maintain an active membership, not only as a means of personal fulfillment, but also as a way of helping to sustain the prestige and to support the activities of your honor society. We also sincerely hope that you will support your local chapter of Phi Kappa Phi at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. And now we move to the induction phase of today's ceremony. Will the candidates please rise? Please repeat after me the Society's affirmation of membership. In response to the honor bestowed on me by my election to Phi Kappa Phi, I shall continue to uphold the motto of Phi Kappa Phi. Let the love of learning rule humanity. Thank you, candidates. Please be seated. We shall now confer upon each of you the membership in Phi Kappa Phi to which you have been elected, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. At this time, I would like to invite Jacqueline Mullman, Phi Kappa Phi Chapter Treasurer, to announce the College of Business initiates.
Will the graduate and undergraduate initiates of 2022 of Phi Kappa Phi from the College of Business please come forward? Tila Clay. At this time, I would like to call Dr. David Scott, Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, to announce the College of Education and Human Development initiates.
Good evening. Will graduate and undergraduate 22 initiates of Phi Kappa Phi from the College of Education and Human Development, please come forward. Leah Bryers. Christina Carrillo. Boscalan Day. August Garcia. Renee Johnson. Erica Ledesma. Maria Medina. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Diana Sipes, Associate Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, to announce the College of Liberal Arts initiates.
Will the graduate and undergraduate 2022 initiates of Phi Kappa Phi from the College of Liberal Arts please come forward? Mary Mahan. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Bunny Forgione, Executive Associate Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, to announce the College of Nursing and Health Sciences initiates.
Will the graduate and undergraduate 2022 initiates of Phi Kappa Phi from the College of Nursing and Health Sciences please come forward? An Koe Hong. Lamacas, excuse me, Lisa Lamacas. I was looking at the phonetic too long. Venita Cuellas. Morgan Kolick Reyes. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Barbara Shubinska, Associate Dean of the College of Science and Engineering, to announce the College of Science and Engineering initiates.
So, will the graduates? I think, yes, I think our graduates are busy in the labs. So we do not have our graduates present today. Well, at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Steve Seidel to announce the faculty, staff, and community initiatives.
Will the faculty, staff, and community 2022 initiates of Phi Kappa Phi please come forward? Nancy Beecham. Dr. Randall Harris. Dr. Laura Monahan. Regents Professor Dr. Frank Spaniel. What? Oh. Dr. Corinne Valadez. Miss Sophia Vining. Wow, where did you come from? Okay, Margaret Deckant.
Thank you all, and welcome to Phi Kappa Phi. We are honored to have you join the esteemed society of which we are part of. And I will mention that there are other initiates who were unfortunately not able to make it here tonight. The universe came together and decided there should be a whole bunch of events on April 6th. And there is a College of Business event tonight. There's a College of Liberal Arts event tonight, and a few other events. So for those of you who took time out of what I know is an extremely busy schedule to make sure you could be here, we greatly appreciate it. By virtue of your superior scholarship, by virtue of what you have achieved and who you are, a combination of qualities that led to your election by this chapter of the Society, it is now my privilege to declare you to be members in good standing of the Honor Society of Phi Kappa Phi. May you continue to merit the high honor, never complacent, ever seeking the realization of the Society's motto, let the love of learning rule humanity. Congratulations to you all. Margaret, we would like to thank you again for sharing your words of wisdom with us today and again for sharing personal stories. As a token of our appreciation, please accept this gift and your Phi Kappa Phi medallion. This concludes the 2022 Phi Kappa Phi initiation ceremony. Audience, please remain seated until the stage party and the initiates have exited to the back. Stage party and initiates, please join us back of the stage for a group photo before you exit. There are also some treats for the initiates to take with them. Thank you all.